Hey guys, welcome back to Cosmic Lighthouse. My name is Justine. I want to do this series that I do on my Snapchat called This Bitch Never Shuts the Fuck Up, and I want to bring it to YouTube. And it's like where I don't do any tarot. I just speak about what I'm feeling and the energy that I'm channeling through my higher self and through source, and just be open and broad and vulnerable with just like the messages that I receive, because there are a lot. And I've had a lot of you guys like reach out on my Snapchat being like, oh my god, you should do this more on TikTok, like put this out there more. And like, I'm sorry, I just am not a TikTok girly. It's too overstimulating for me. Even just like Instagram is too much, and I'm catching myself like numbing myself with reels and that shit, and I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm gonna bring these rants to YouTube, and like, again, I will probably make some of these like clips and whatever, for shorts and whatever else the fuck I decide to do with it. But Cosmic Lighthouse is kind of shifting, and it's something that I've wanted to do for a really long time. Like, there's a lot of different elements that I want to incorporate to this channel, but since the beginning, the whole purpose of this space was, and still is, for unity consciousness. It's for individuals to be free, to share their experiences, to awaken together. And I'm right here learning with you guys. This is a student-teacher, teacher-student type of relationship. And I've been learning. I've been learning a lot. I'm always in this state of change and flow and meditation and relearning and integrating, and it's been a lot. Y'all know for a hot minute, I even like said this in my last starseed reading, but like I know my mission. I've known my mission since I was a child, and it is to help people awaken their inner Christ, their inner Christos, to honor themselves and their evolution, and to, you know, reignite whatever inner power is within yourself, so that way you aren't trapped anymore. And like, I've been going through such a reality quantum shift in my whole life, in every single area of it, and I had to be in a space of watching reality crumble, and then I'm in the reassembling part of it, and it's kind of cool, but also at the same time I like have no control, and I'm just here and I'm painting and learning and growing and evolving with it all. And with that being said, like, I also kind of made a post on my Snapchat as well, but like, y'all already know this, but if you don't know, especially if y'all are new here, welcome, hi. Y'all know I've been very open with kind of my religious trauma and my relationship with angels and all that fun shit. And like, I've talked about, you know, Dolores Cannon no longer being associated with any of her angel work. Well, I really don't fuck with them anymore either. Yeah, gang. Let's just tell it how it is. So, me chewing ice on the YouTube channel. Also, it's so goddamn windy. There's also dogs howling back and forth around here, but whatever, I needed to be outside today. I had a situation a couple months ago where my homegirl Allison was channeling in my energy and like, you know, doing a Reiki session on me, and she was like, whoever Archangel Michael is on your team is not Archangel Michael. It's an imposter. And I saw this like vision of basically Archangel Michael as Mad Eye Moody trapped in that cellar. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, you know, ever since that kind of encounter, I've kind of separated myself because it made me very uncomfortable for multiple reasons. And like my spirit team and I have a lot of boundaries with one another, and something about that just did not sit with me. Then I stumbled upon a YouTube channel called Christos Avatar, and like these messages and teachings have just like slapped me with so much truth, and it has reawakened things inside of me that I've been very scared, I want to put quotation marks around that, to feel and be and like accept myself. I have always been very skeptical of labeling myself as a starseed, and I like still do it anyway, but I am one. And you know, there are a lot of people that like to identify themselves as, you know, light workers and starseeds and empaths and all of these things, and like sometimes you get a feeling that, you know, what the fuck are they on, what are they saying? I've had a lot of fear and like that label being on me, of people being like, what the fuck is this bitch saying? Truth is, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what people think about me. I know who I am. And so I'm gonna start doing my next part of my mission here on Earth, which is to help wake up other starseeds. And like I said it in my last starseed reading. When I go through activations, I want to make it known to y'all and be very real and transparent, so that way you can kind of understand the energetic shifts as you go through them as well. Anyway, back to Archangel Michael. So, stumbled upon this YouTube channel, Christos Avatar, like right in the middle of just like my whole reality shattering, and like I know when to listen to the signs of the universe. I'm very in tune with source. I'm very in tune with myself and my higher self, and like that's the goal for all of us, is to be able to be in tune with ourselves. Period, bitch. Anyway, so he put a YouTube video up about how Archangel Michael is just a figure of darkness created for illusion, and it sent me into a spiral. These teachings have been sending me into spirals. Like, I've even got rants again on my Snapchat about these spiraling moments, and like I'm part of this like Discord of this community now, and just like hearing other people kind of talk and just be open and vulnerable about their own experiences, it makes me feel very seen. It makes me feel very validated. Straight up, I was in a bathtub the other night, and you know, we were doing a live, you know, message, Christos Avatar, and I was crying in this bathtub. I was like, the things that this man is saying right now, I feel so deeply within my soul, and it's like, hello. So, I don't fuck with the Earth, the Earth Matrix angels. I don't fuck with that. It's not some hierarchy. And then it's crazy because there's so many fragments of truth that are sprinkled into all of these false teachings, and like I want to be very open and vulnerable with y'all. I am in a space of complete, utter, straight up, I feel like I'm going through like what I went through when I left Christianity, and that big of a spiritual impact of me leaving the church and just like becoming atheists for a hot minute, becoming agnostics, falling in love with other religions. Like that type of level of shift of my spiritual journey, it's that level again. So I'm going through it. I'm going through it. Also, I just want to be straight up with some of y'all. I have been saying this from the beginning, and I'm going to keep repeating it. Some of y'all are channeling entities that you think are somebody, and it's somebody false. That is dangerous. Y'all not see how dangerous this is? We're in a spiritual war. We're in a spiritual war. One of my best friends growing up, Caleb, if you're watching this video, I love you. We went to church camp together, and we also worked together. Like, we pretty much grew up together in our church life. And I will never forget this day when we were working, and he and I were talking about the spiritual warfare, and he kept talking about it. He was like, it's everywhere. And I remember walking outside, and I was like, where? my brain was, am I gonna go into the woods and find demonic entities fighting each other? I was like that level of what am I trying to look for, but it was so much more than that. And that's kind of like, I even remembered like that same day was kind of when I was having just like a moment of what am I doing here, being a part of this like dogma and this teaching and this religion, because it's not connecting with my heart anymore, and I feel like everything about this is a lie. And that's my okay, I'll slap myself in the face with some selenite. You know, and everybody has their own story and their own relationships with source and all that fun shit, but like I was put balls deep in this fake esoteric teachings of fear and hate, and it's something that I used to point out all the time. I was like, the fuck? My bisexual ass that God created is going to hell for something I cannot control? Great. And there's so much fear, and I was surrounded by it for so long, and now I'm in this space of just like understanding it on a deeper level and understanding like the time matrix and, you know, all of these dimensions and how spirituality and science need to be scissoring one another. Need to be coexisting with one another. Anyway, cheers to lesbians. I don't know if y'all heard this. Quick side note. A girl out in Oklahoma, sorry, not a girl, I'm so sorry, a non-binary individual, got the shit beat out of them by 3 girls in a high school bathroom. And this child, I believe they were 16, died in the hospital. Like, what is happening? There's so much goddamn violence, and there's so much fear, and there's so much illusion. Y'all don't understand the level of black magic that is all over Earth right now. Maybe you do, and maybe you're aware of it. It's something that I love to speak up about because it's so true. Look outside yourself. Everything is stimulating us all at once, all the time. And I think when we allow ourselves to sit and be present and be here and recode and relearn, there's something extremely powerful about that. We're in a mental health crisis, you know. All of these things are attacking our memory. I'm gonna use my mom for example. My adopted mother has dementia, and it is getting really bad really quickly. And, you know, there's a lot of things that she has said and done in her life, and I've always been like, this woman is asleep. She's sleepwalking. She is good in her heart, but like, she's like, I've said this in a couple other videos too, but I will never forget. I once was sitting at the dinner table and I was like, are my parents robots? Like, what is this? Everything about this is just like so base level, but like, that's humanity. They're here, and we need to be up here. Even on the Kardashev scale, we should be able to expand and use our resources for growth for all, but no, my guy, can't make money that way. Everything's a trap. Y'all see? Are the dots connecting? I will never forget this either. Like, I'm using myself as an example because hopefully, like, by me speaking up about the things that I experienced as a childhood, younger adult, and up until now, and, like, I mean, I still am a young adult, but, like, early teenage years, if I share my experiences, I hope it makes you, like, go back and think about your experiences and be like, oh, holy shit. Even when I was a child, I continuously, like, would repeat this to myself. I was like, humans are not supposed to live like this, and it's because we're not. We have fallen. This is a prison. Earth is a prison, and it's not supposed to be like that. We're so low, motherfuckers. And it's all about inner knowing, and it's all about working on ourselves, and it's all about accessing our chakras and, like, removing energy. And, like, I use this example a lot also, but, like, go fucking watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. The live action comes out in 2 days on the 222 portal. But, you know, Aang is learning about his chakras and this flow of energy movement. If we don't allow ourselves to let energy flow, shit gets blocked. And so what's happening is we only have these 3: our root, our sacral, and our solar plexus as humans. We got so much more. We have 12. we have 12. So when we allow ourselves to work through energy, to work through ourselves, to open up our heart chakra, which is the first step, because it's the next chakra. When we allow ourselves to do that, when we allow ourselves to be, when we allow ourselves to love ourselves for who we are, that's when the universe, that's when source is going to be like, fierce. You did it, kid. It's been this easy all along. You have to understand that, like, all of these sources of power and manipulation and control and fear and just like mass hallucinations, it's working. It's been working. This spiritual war has been happening for so goddamn long. And it's so much more than just here. It's outside of us. And there shouldn't have to be war. No. This whole thing is about unity consciousness. This whole thing is about Christ consciousness, cosmic consciousness, whatever the label is. It's the same thing. Uni, omni. Omnipolar love, motherfuckers. It's so funny because just like, oh my god. Couple of things. It's so funny for a couple of reasons. We have a wave of people who are getting it and they're waking up and they're like, oh, everything's fucked. What do we do? Well, fix yourself. And then we have the wave of people who, unfortunately, I've said this to, like, a lot of my spiritual friends, and, like, they have also gotten the same message. There's a lot of people that are going to not get it. And they're not going to ascend. And they're going to keep repeating this life over and over again until they get it. And it's not supposed to be like that. This organic process has now been so tainted by chemicals and just everything, that it's hard. It's hard to navigate life. So I challenge you to be here in this moment. I challenge you to be present and to feel what you need to feel. That's the first step. A lot of people don't like to feel, so that's why they numb themselves. I, unfortunately, have no choice. I'm ruled by the 8th house, guys. I am a Capricorn. My Chiron's in Scorpio. I have so many change and transformational, like, elements to myself that bring me back to a state of grounding. And we need to ground. We need to be here. We need to be present. We need to be in this moment. This moment is the only thing that matters. It's all we have. Time does not exist, and everything is vibration. So, with that being said, I'm going to keep this video short and sweet, and I love you guys. Work on yourself. Take the time that you need to heal, and this is such a safe space for all of us to be open and vulnerable and raw, and I'm going to be getting back to reading soon. I just kind of have to, like, sit with everything for a little bit before I can start working through my higher self and working with source. Ricky, hey girlfriend, she's in the window. You're so cute. Oh, my cat's amazing. Look at her just sit in the window. You guys can't see her. I'm not gonna flip the camera either. She's so cute. Anyway, I'm getting distracted by my cat. Where the fuck was I even going with that? Came and it went. Oh, doing readings. I kind of want to shift everything. We're still in that process of shifting. We'll see what the fuck happens. Again, I have no control over the future. I just have control of right now. With that being said, I love you guys. I love you so much. This is going to be such a fun journey. This is the next chapter in the next wave of evolution in human consciousness, and it's an incredible time to be alive. So if you're not feeling too hot, sit with that. Honor it. Honor how you feel, even if it's not okay. We feel every emotion for a reason. We're here having a human experience as, you know, godlike creatures. Christos energy, the Christ consciousness. We're in this experiment of a mass awakening and then also a mass disillusionment, you know. We got to bring everything together. The duality has to find balance within itself. And at the end of the day, if you start having a crisis about all of this, I'm right there with you. And it's normal. And please, again, be skeptical about everything. Use discernment. Listen to your intuition. Don't just, like, willy-nilly, like, believe in everything that is coming at you. Like, for example, I'm using myself. I'm learning a lot about how our moon is not supposed to be here, and it's something that happened in a spiritual war that, like, I don't know. It confuses the fuck out of me. Apparently the moon's not real. I don't know. That to me doesn't feel right to my soul, but again, I don't know the research. Again, I'm spiraling. I'm trying to be a healthy spiral, and not step into, like, conspiracy theorist, new age energy. Yeah, with that being said, protect your energy, cleanse yourself, and love yourself. And I love you. Bye.